Still young. The night is still young. And so are we. How dare we sit quietly and watch the world pass us by? Hi, everybody. How dare we sit quietly and so are we? Hey, Shanique. Tonight is still young. The night is still. Hey, so this is gonna be a different version of the podcast, but for Mother's Day, I have a special guest. If he can get in, and then we'll go from there. If not, it'll be just a talk. Thank you. Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right. What's that, Joseph?
Oh, this.
Okay. Got that Mother's Day glow. Yeah, I got all my babies. Devil. How about that? You lose again, devil. Okay, we're gonna see if we can. I'm trying to see if I can see him yet. So we're gonna see if we can. I'm trying to see if I can see him yet. So, how's everybody's day? Best day. Mine was good. You know, all day. Well, when I woke up this morning, he was saying the call is from inside the house. But then all day I've been getting like, they should have just treated you better because they're about to watch you. Literally. And that's all I keep seeing. It's like an elevator in like the top floor. And like, that's where you're about to be at. Like the top. That's what I've been seeing all day. And I'm like, okay, God. Because after the year I done had, it has to get better. It has to get better. And I just see like an elevator and like a person standing in front of this elevator, and they literally begin to rise. Like they're looking at all of the numbers and they hit the top floor, and that's where they're going. So I know that something's about to happen. What, I don't know. But I know something's about to happen. And honey, when I tell you we need it, we need it. We need it to happen so bad. Yeah. I just feel the shift. I just keep hearing the next 6 months. The next 6 months is going to be one of the best times ever. Like the next 6 months. We just got to make it. And normally the summertime is the struggle time, but I feel like this summer is going to be elevation. Like you're not going to go into fall the same as you were in winter and spring. I feel like as soon as August hits, like that's going to be elevation, like in its fullness. And that's just what I feel. I don't have any signs of it, but that's what I feel is about to happen. Like God is about to release a blessing so big, so mighty. And it's like all week I've been given gifts just out of the blue, and I'm just like, what? And not just regular smuggler gifts, right? Because I don't know how to receive a lot of things. Even when people like send tithes and offerings, I don't know how to receive a lot of things because I give so much. So God had told me to clean up my house. If I turn my camera, you're going to see my living room because I'm purging my closet and everything's in here. So he was like, you need to start making room for what I'm about to give you, out with the old, in with the new. So I got all the clothes out of my closet. I got in the living room. I gave away like 12 bags, just throwing them out, like, you know what I'm saying? Just my husband taking them, giving them to people, all that good stuff, right? So as I'm cleaning it out, and he says, are you ready? So I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. So then I get to work, and one of the nurses, because I run a clinic, and nurses and doctors, one of the nurses, she was like, I got something for you. Louis Vuitton heels and Louis Vuitton slides, red bottoms. Now, I ain't never owned no pair. Baby, Louis Vuitton ain't get my money. But she had that, and I was like, wow, okay. And then another nurse brings me flowers, and I'm like, okay. And then I get some Dior perfume, and I'm just like, what's happening, God? And he says, you had to get rid of the old because I'm giving you the good stuff. Like, you're letting go of the old because I'm giving you all good stuff. Like, you're about to get the name brands, the good stuff, the good clothing, all this stuff. He's like, you had to shed the past in order to walk into your future. So now I'm in the car, kids in the back, the daddy back there. I walk on the porch just coming in for this, right? So I'm like, okay, it's almost 7:45. I know I got to do the podcast in a second. I walk on a porch, and my husband has this huge basket, like Happy Mother's Day. And I'm just like, is this just a gifting week for me? Like, what's happening? Because I don't know what's going on. But God is saying, for everything that you've been through, I'm about to start rewarding you. Like, I'm literally going to start rewarding you. And then, like, my Cash App going off, people sending $3.33. I'm like, what's going on? And God is like, get ready for the life I'm about to give you. Get ready for the life that I'm about to give you. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You survived the storm. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You survived the storm. Okay, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna what time? 7:51. I'm gonna exit off at 8. So at 7:51, I'm gonna exit off at 8, because this was just gonna be like a little special for Mother's Day or whatever. But it's cool because your girl tired. Thank you. But yeah, but God is just saying, like, it's never just for me, and that's the thing. Remember the great Paul? Yes. But God is saying it's not just for me. He was like, so many people have been through the storm, literally. And it's not going to last always. It's sometimes when you in a storm, it seems like it's no way out. It seems like you're surrounded on all sides, and you know who God is, and you know God going to deliver you. But honey, when you in that storm, you can know every Bible verse ever. And it still doesn't matter when you're in that storm, because nobody is in that storm but you. You know God's in the storm, but it just seems like everybody else is just surrounding you and attacking you. And it's just, oh my goodness. When I tell you, that storm ain't nothing nice. People be talking about the wilderness, but the wilderness ain't got nothing on that storm that come. Because when hurricane life come, baby, Joseph, when hurricane life come, it don't miss nothing. But also, you got to know that the storm comes to clear the way. But while you in it, it don't feel like it. It don't ever feel like it. Yeah. But you're coming out. I'm telling you. I know I see so many people in here talking about they tired. Baby, I know how it is. I know how it is to not want to hear one more prophecy, to not want to hear one more scripture, to not want to hear one more good word. Everybody on here got something to say. You just pass by. You just pass by constantly. Okay. But yeah, you just pass by because it's just so much, and right now you can't really even, you know what I'm saying, take it anymore. Like, you can't take one more good word. You can't take somebody saying God about to do something for you and you ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? But he is. So the way I can preach is because I empathize with it, because I know I'm not one of them Delulu people be like, just believe. No, baby, it hit you. It hit you hard. When life hits you, it don't hit you in like little waves. It hits you. So I understand that you're tired, but I understand how God will come and flip that thing. He'll come. Man, I can't tell y'all what I don't know. I can only tell y'all what I know. And that's God is always in the storm. He's always in the storm. You ain't alone. You ain't never been alone. It might seem like it, and that's what the devil wants you to do. The devil wants you to seem like you isolated. That's why he got Jesus out there in the wilderness. He got Jesus out there in the 40 day, 40 nights. He got Jesus out there. And he's acting like Jesus is alone. Oh, if you're not by yourself, then you can command a whole army of angels to come down and get you. Devil, just because you want us to show our muscles, don't mean we gonna flex. Not for you. Not for you. Baby, when I tell you, I've been in a hurricane and a tsunami, and I'm still preaching, and I'm still believing, and I'm still encouraging. That's why the devil keep hitting hard. He ain't finna hit me with no little hits. He know that God up in me, and he know that through me, everybody getting ready to get set free. Everybody under the sound of my voice. So, baby, he coming to hit me with the big ones. Like, he over here going for the jugular. But I know God is going to vindicate me, and then God going to move me out of where the devil can reach me, and he going to put me to somewhere where the devil can't even get to me. And the same thing with y'all. And the same thing with y'all. I'm telling you, that devil is horrible. But you know what God gave me today, and I forgot to make a video, and I'll probably make it in the morning, but I'm going to tell y'all now. So I was in the back working, and I saw a vision, and I saw Jesus in Mary's belly, right? How do you get comfortable enough to tell your story? It took me 34 years to tell my story because I had shame, right? And so I'm gonna give y'all a little backdrop, and then I'm gonna get back to what God showed me. So it took me 34 years to tell my mother about what happened to me. And it took me 35 to actually come out and tell the world what happened. And I wrote my book, and I did an autobiography about me or whatever, right? But it took me so long because I had so much shame on me, because as a child it was instilled in me that if I tell somebody that it'll be my fault, and I had so much guilt, and I carried that guilt into adulthood. And so every man I got with was another version of the toxic men that had did these things to me, right? And it took me so long to actually even tell my husband about what happened. I just lived in shame. I had so much depression. I had suicidal thoughts and even attempts. I didn't understand why until God really set me down and he showed me the events that happened. Because when traumatic events happen to you, your subconscious mind pushes it back and it protects you. It just seemed like I was spiraling out of control, and I had no reason. But then it all came back to me, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I said to myself, they're not going to get away with what they did to me. They're not going to get away with what they did to me. And the fact that everybody is dining with the devil in my family, because he is an uncle, he is a grandfather, he is a father to many, and everyone loves this man. But this man loves to touch little girls. And I protected him, but he didn't protect me. I didn't want him to go back to prison. I didn't want his name to be shamed. I didn't want nobody to know. I was protecting him, and he wasn't protecting me. And I was spiraling out of control. And I didn't know how to get back, really. I really didn't. And I said, enough is enough. So at 34, I told my mama, and she was like, well, why did you wait so long? And I was like, I just didn't know how to say it. And she was like, we had a heart to heart, and, she broke down her life and how all this stuff is in the family. And then, I confronted my aunt and everybody about what happened, because it was her husband. And everyone went to telling me their stories about how they were raped or how they were molested. Now, no one had talked to me about this in my 34 years of living in my family. No one had told me that almost every woman in my family had been through this. I thought that I was the only one. I thought that I was the only one carrying shame. But it was a curse that was looming in my family. And nobody said nothing. No woman protected anybody. Everybody had shame and did not protect the next person. So who's going to stand up? So now at 35, I'm set with, should I say something to the world, or should I let it go? Well, letting it go got us this far. So I'm going to confront the devil, and I'm going to say, Michael Leon Anderson, that you molested me, that you hurt me, that you took something from me, that you had no right to do. I'm going to say it with my chest because I'm not afraid and you can't hurt me no more. I'm not that little girl that was on that sofa that you kept messing with. I'm not her. And I'm not afraid to confront anybody that has ever hurt me growing up, because who's going to help the next girl that is scared to open her mouth, or rather the next boy that is scared to open their mouth? Who's going to finally open their mouth? If not me, then who? If not now, then when? When it's my daughter's turn? When it's my son's turn? It has to stop with me. And because I know the secrets that I kept, I'm not allowing that anymore. And we have a big family reunion coming up on the 20th of July. I'm not going to. I will be in California baptizing. And I love the fact that God did that, because they still dine with the devil. And I don't play those games. God is saying, when you go out there to California and you go to baptizing people, he says that's the day you're going to be reborn too. God is, baby, I know that it's hard to speak up. But if not you, then who? Do you know how many people carry secrets around their whole life? Angry and bitter with the world. Hurt and sad. Do you know? Somebody got to tell it. And somebody got to protect other kids that can't protect themselves. Somebody got to do it. It's a reason why God made you the generational curse breaker. It's a reason. If not you, baby, then who? I regret only not saying something sooner. I regret when my mama thought she knew. I lied and I said, no, he didn't. I was 13. And she said she was about to put him in prison. She's like, if you touch my daughter, you finna go to prison right now. My mama squared up out the door because I'm her baby. And I didn't give her the opportunity to protect me like a mother should. But I was a child, and I didn't want him to get in trouble for what he was doing to me. I was protecting him, but he wasn't protecting me. You have to tell. It's imperative that you open your mouth and begin to tell your testimony, because somebody got to get free. Somebody got to get free. I protected my molester. I was around him for the rest of my life until God woke me up. Ate dinner with them, Thanksgiving with them, everything. Cringed when he hugged me. I didn't even protect me as an adult, and I had all the rights to say something. But it was instilled in me since I was little not to tell nobody. So even though I'm grown, I still wasn't mentally. That's the hold that a curse can have on you. That's the hold that it can have on you. But baby, try me now. I'm telling mine so I can help set the captives free. The people like you and me. The people like you and me. And if it doesn't help but one person, that's fine too. But you can't protect your molester or your rapist, because they chose the consequences when they chose to do what they did. So you're not putting them in jail. They're putting themselves there by the actions that they chose to do. And nothing that you do or say can make a grown man or woman touch you. Nothing. That is something that they need to go get help with. So, I see that he hasn't joined in. That's okay. I'm hungry anyway, and I'm going to let that be that. So, I didn't even know this was even going to go there, but that's where we are. Break the curse. Break the curse. If you don't break it, it's going to keep coming, and it's going to get your kids. And who going to protect them? Who going to protect them? I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, it's like the devil after your children, the devil after my children, the devil after your finances, everything. Like, the devil after any and everything he can get. I just watch the devil just do whatever he want. Like, but the devil, it has a time period. Just like in Ecclesiastic, 3, it's a time for everything. You know, in January, I finally got monetized last year on Facebook. In January, I got mass reported that I had false news, and so they took away my monetization. I was like, dang, we finally got above the water. Never got it back. Then income, I lost my job. Well, I quit my job December 1st. And I was watching God. I was like, God, I'm believing you. He gave me a new job. You know, then all of this stuff with DCF happened, and it's just like hit after hit after hit after hit. And I'm just laughing because you're going to get it all back. When it's all said and done, you're going to get it all back. When I was on the stage in Mississippi, the reason why I made my first time look like that is because, baby, I got a story to tell. And we going to get it all back. Devil, you ain't took nothing. It's on temporary hold. And when the time is up, God is going to make it happen. But it's a season, devil, for everything. It's a season for everything. And yeah, I took an L. I took that. But I took it like a champ. I took it like a champ. And so did you. Now watch what God does next. Watch what God does next. Because I know who God is. I know who he is. If I don't know nothing else, I know who God is. And I took it like a champ. Yeah. Anyway, I'm about to get off. I'm about to go get something to eat. That just went every kind of way. Wow. I didn't know I was even finna say that. God, you so funny. I thought I was about to do a Mother's Day special with this guy, and God had him not show up for a reason, because I guess someone needs to know that it's not your fault, and you can tell your story, and you can free yourself, because freeing yourself is going to free so many other people. I did not know that so many women in my family were raped and molested. I did not know until I voiced my opinion. And then I saw all my grandparents and my aunts and everyone went to telling me like their story. Like, whoa, I did not know. I thought I was the only one. So I want you to know that you're not the only one. You're not the only one. And I know that not only molestation and rape, but domestic violence is so strong in my family. But that's passing too. That's passing too. My husband ain't never, in 16 years we've been together, ever put his hands on me. And it stops with me. And it stops with me. Give me a second. Yeah. It has to stop with you, and it stops with me. Thank you. Yeah. I did not know this was going this way. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night, and we're breaking curses. All of 2024. We're breaking curses. We're breaking curses. Oh, Paul, I see you. Hold on, Paul. As soon as I got ready to finish, he just jumped on. So hold on. I got to wipe my face. Actually, Paul, I got to end it to save this so I can actually save it. So you guys, I'm going to end this and I'm going to come right back on. Paul, get ready to come right back on, okay?